Hey there traders, welcome back for episode number 71 from the StockBandit.tv. I'm always glad that you made it, and of course I hope that your weekend has been a nice and relaxing one, that you're getting ready for another week of trading because it arrives tomorrow and I'm excited about it. So let's take a look at the major averages. This is of course where my trading week always begins. I want to know what the big picture looks like, what could happen there, because I know so many stocks and so much of the price action in individual stocks is really rooted in what the big picture is doing and what's happening in the major averages. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look through the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the Dow, and just really figure out some key levels here to keep in front of us in the days ahead in case those are crossed, because then of course that could influence our directional bias in many individual stocks. So let's get going here. Up first is the NASDAQ, which last week was able to bounce from support here. You can see it's been in this short-term trading range for the past several weeks, just moving sideways here, which is an excellent way to digest this big rally that we saw off that March low and began right there. So it's made a huge advance, and then it spent a lot of time just resting here. Think of a runner sprinting for a little while and then just walking or slowing down and sitting down to rest. That's kind of what this market has done, which is a very good way to kind of recuperate and gather its energy again for a possible move higher. And so, you know, I'm never one to make predictions, but I don't want to make excuses either for that matter, but I think what's taken place here is after bouncing from support and really testing that support a couple of times in recent weeks, now we are looking at a possible breakout here. If we can clear this key level here, 1785 for the NASDAQ, is going to be very important, especially to the upside, because technicians may then view this short-term trading range right here, this box that we've been in, as a base to support a secondary move higher. Now, how far that carries, no telling. We do have this unfilled gap up here. I don't think that that's a spot to ignore for a possible breakout to carry to, but a couple things happened last week that I think are worth noting. As I zoom in here on the chart, look at Friday's volume. First over average volume that we've had in the NASDAQ in recent weeks, and that's very technically good. It was very mysterious that it happened on a Friday afternoon. Here's Friday's trading, starts right there. This is the intraday chart. These are 3-minute bars. So not much happening all day on Friday, and then we get this late day push higher. But the fact of the matter is it happened on excellent volume on the day. And so usually you get a late May Friday afternoon push in the midst of a trading range. It's all happened on very light volume. That's the type of move to be very skeptical of. However, we got great volume here, and we're now sitting at a new recovery high from that March low. So a breakout could happen, 1785. That's the level I'm watching for the NASDAQ. For the S&P 500, I'm watching the May high first, which is at 930. We're only about 11 points from there. And then if we can clear that level, then the next key level is right up here, the January high of 943. Also note Friday's excellent volume here in the S&P 500. The daily gain was not that impressive, 1.3%. But again, we formed some short-term support. We tested it, and then we were able to bounce and rally from there last week. Let's see if this S&P is able to clear 930 and then 943. Those are going to be very important levels on the way up. And then for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, very well-defined support right here at the 8,200 area. That's the lower end of this trading range right here. Just kind of going to draw this box in. 8,600 is right up here at the top end. So if the Dow can clear 8,600, I think it comes up. The next spot to really be challenged is going to be the 8,950 area. And then beyond that, the January high, which is right back here, that's right near 9,100. So those are the areas I'm watching in each of the major averages. Hope these help you when I put these out every week, watching the Market View video. I'm really glad that you tune in for it, whether you're watching it on another site or whether you're watching it here at the main site at www.thestockbandit.tv. I'm always glad that you're here, and I absolutely hope that your trading week is a great one. All right? Thanks for joining me. I will be back soon with more videos, but in the meantime, trade like a bandit.